What's fucking good, guys? And as for the last commentary that I will be dropping today, was it April 3rd? Before I get on this flight to Cali and I render this one out, I have one last thing, and I guess this is kind of like a food for thought, something you guys might want to think about, and something you guys might want to take away, and whatever lessons I put in this, and this is just me telling a story, and me telling you from my standpoint, my perspective, my POV, and I'm not going to tell you guys to comment, rate, subscribe at the end of this. I am actually going to tell you guys to really take, if you can, in the comment section below, please tell me what you took away from this commentary, as it kind of helps me understand what's going on, and it's kind of something that offended me today. And before I tell you what happened, I want to tell you a little backstory. There's an old man at my job. His name's Carl, and he works in the deli, and he's a very quiet guy. He comes in early, he likes to do his jobs, he likes to be left alone, he likes to, do those solo jobs and sit in the corner, and really, like, he does a lot of prep, so that's what he does. He enjoys it. For him, it kills time. For him, it makes the time go by. He's usually there anywhere from like 8 to 9 hours a day, and it helps him just enjoy himself and just enjoy the people. And he does help customers, and please, before I go into that, he's a very helpful person. If you try to grab his attention, he'll try to do everything in his power to help you out, and whatever the task is, small, big, large, anything. He's really a nice guy. He's a really kind-hearted person, and this is why I was offended, because the situation that came to be is a culmination of me defending him for months from other coworkers that kind of attacked him, and I stood up for him. So for months, Carl has been attacked by several employees, coworkers of mine, because they said he was lazy and he wasn't helping customers or things of that nature, when in fact that he was helping customers. And when you're doing your own thing, you're doing prep for work and trying to get food out to sell, and having the counters full and ready for the day ahead, that's usually what he does, and he spends a lot of time on it, so he needs time to focus. So a lot of times they will attack him because he's not helping customers, and the problem that I have with that is that they don't communicate with him, and the problem is a miscommunication and misuse, just really shitty teamwork with my coworkers. But that's on them. I don't want to talk about that, but for a while they used to antagonize him and yell at him, and things that they were out of line for, things that they had no right of, no right to say, do, anything. That should have been handled by our manager or anyone of upper management, to really sort that out and really communicate and really sort the issue out. And it's not them to take the issue into their own hands. But anyways, again, for months he was antagonized, and I many times have come over and be like, hey guys, look, this isn't fair, leave him alone. You're what you're saying is really out of pocket, out of hand. Just leave the guy alone. If you need help, talk to him, communicate with him. You can't really blame him because you guys aren't talking to him, and you're sitting here with your heads up your asses, just spitting fumes, being mad at him. And people agree with me when I said that. It's not right to be mad at someone and not address the issue in a polite way, or try to find a way to resolve the issue, instead of just being an asshole about it. So anyways, what happened today was a man at my job, one of my coworkers, was taking part in antagonizing Carl again. And Carl, sometimes he flips out. He's a hermit. Eventually, when you you knock on a shell enough, the shell's gonna break. So my coworker's just pissing him off and just really shitting on his parade, like literally pulling his pants down and take a dump over his head. So Carl reacted and told him to fuck off. And the situation was that no one heard that conversation happen. No customers heard a cussing happening. What I heard, or what my coworkers heard, was they heard the other guy antagonizing Carl, and they had an argument, and no words were picked up because everyone was busy doing their own work. All they knew that there was an argument and Carl didn't start it. So what ended up happening, coworker went up to management, told him that Carl told him to fuck off, and they went in the office and they talked about it, and they told Carl to go home and that he was not allowed to be at work until human resources calls. And if any of you guys know what that means, if an employer sends you home and tells you not to come back until human resources calls you, usually means that you're getting fired. And I've been in that situation before. And in all honesty, this is from my standpoint. I believe what happened was very unjust. It's very unfair, and this is why. For me personally, just a guy looking into the window, I don't think this is a good example, a good precedent to set, because if this is the case, like, I can go up to another employee, nag him, and just piss them off, and just shit on their parade all day, and the second they slip up, I have a right to tell management that he said something vulgar to me, which isn't right. I'm in the, like, I should be in the wrong for antagonizing someone on the workplace unprofessionally and inappropriately in a unjust manner. I especially with the basis for it, that's not handling a situation well. So if you think about it, that becomes a thing, that becomes a reality. It becomes a rule, because if, say for instance, this goes through and I get called in the office and then they say, all right, well, I'm going to fire him and I'm going to fire you too for aggravating him, I was like, well, I can just bring this up and be like, well, you can't do that because why didn't you fire him too? Again, it rises very, very, very weird issues, and I'm just saying that's possible that I can still not get fired for that situation. I'm just saying it creates favoritism and an unfair advantage. You know what I mean? And for me, I don't think this is right. Especially for me, I don't think it's fair for someone to lose their job, especially when they're defending themselves. I don't think it's. I believe one or two things should have happened. The issue should have been resolved, and both parties reach an agreement, apologize, talk out their issues, and that's the I'm just saying that's the civil way of doing it. And I'm not asking them to like each other at the end of it. I'm not telling them to jerk each other off and be friends. I'm saying to be adults about it and be polite and be mature and resolve the issue. Or B, they both get canned because they're assholes. That actually happens. That happens a lot in the real world. Like, I'm going down, you're going down with me, fucker. That happens a lot. But I don't believe that someone that was clearly in the wrong was actually in the right. If you guys can understand that. So, with my point of view put across, in the comment section below, guys, while I'm gone, I would really love to hear what you guys have to say about this. And I'm gonna, when I come, I will be reading the comments from my phone. I might not be able to comment and kind of like in reply, so I'll figure that all out as I go. But I would love to read it, and I would love to reflect on it and see how I feel and what my brain is thinking. So again, guys, I really appreciate any input that you put in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay that was in the back, because I don't know, this gameplay was just me dicking around the entire time. I do drop like a 32 and 9 or some shit. These kids were easy. We got a 10 cap on them. We got 6 caps in 1 round, whatever. But again, I appreciate you guys hearing me out. And like always, guys, take it easy. I'm gonna enjoy my vacation in Cali. I'm out. Peace.